Without a Fight's a big hit for Brad Paisley and Demi Lovato, and it was written by Brad along with Lee Thomas Miller and Kelly Loveless. The song's in the key of C, and the acoustic guitar part on that original recording is pretty sparse, but we will learn it the way we hear it on the record, and then we'll also talk about some ways we can make some subtle differences to make it more appropriate for a solo acoustic and vocal situation. The song's really driven by the electric guitar, and in true Brad Paisley fashion, it's just packed with cool riffs and a great guitar solo that's a little bit more on the advanced side. In this tutorial, we're going to learn all the acoustic parts that we need to know, and we're also going to talk about an additional something that we can work on if you want to play this with just an acoustic guitar and a voice. For those kind of situations, we can beef up the verses a little bit with kind of what I was just playing. So let's start with the intro. The electric guitar is doing their thing, and we're going to come in on a backwards rake on an A minor chord. So we'll mute the low E string, open A, second fret of D, second fret of G, first fret of B, open high E string, and we're just gonna kind of slowly start on the high E string and backwards rake it. Then we're gonna get our fingers on an F chord. I'm gonna play it like this. Third fret of D, second fret of G. Alright, so that will get us nicely through the verses and kind of mimic that riff, even though we're not doing that kind of thing. But it will get us pretty close, and it will have an authentic feel for a solo acoustic. So we're on this A minor. We're going to start on the end of 4, and you can just take your middle finger and ring finger off the D and the G string and hammer them on. And then we're going to do an upstroke, and we're going to aim at this B string. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the rest of the time we're just kind of going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, mute. Down, up, mute. Then we're doing the same thing on this F over C. That's third fret of A, third fret of D, second fret of G, first fret of B. You can leave that high E string open. We'll make it a F major 7 over C. We're doing the same thing with the G string, open to hammer on to second fret. And it's the same kind of strumming. 2, 3, 4. In this tutorial, we're going to talk through everything that we play on the electric guitar except for the bridge solo, which we'll do in its own tutorial right after this one. So let's start with the riff. The main riff, very cool riff, looks like this. 1, 2, 3, go. All right, and then that's kind of the riff that gets repeated over and over the intros, verses, and outro. So we're going to start here with our pointer finger on the A and D string, 5th fret, and we're going to hammer on to the 7th fret with our... All right, in this tutorial, we're going to learn the solo from Without a Fight, the bridge solo. It's a Brad Paisley solo. It's on the advanced side, but this one's doable. It's not terribly long, and the riffs we can get our fingers on, and it'll just take a little effort to get a couple of them up to full speed. So I'll play it nice and slow, but in tempo. Then we'll go note by note, and then at full speed with the metronome. This is all tabbed out, as always, right beneath the video player at sixstringcountry.com, so pull those up. Those will help a lot. Here's how it looks. One, two, three.